The best thing about modern dating. I don't want to lie. I don't know what is the best thing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Relationship status. Guys, take a guess. Take a wild guess.
We don't want to talk about it. We in the ghetto. We in the hood now, baby.
I'm currently relationally
single, very, very single. One of the most single you'll find.
Same.
She's literally.
After a good 3 years of being single, I was finally alone, and now I'm with some boot.
It's complicated.
It's complicated.
It's complicated. It's definitely very complicated. Not very, but like, yeah.
Come see, come sa. You can move on with me. Okay, I'm very much single. I'm not speaking to anyone. My phone is very silent. They're the only ones that call me.
Single and was formerly mingling, but now, darling, I was like, coach, take me out the ring. I'm tired.
I'm not mingling. I don't have the time. I don't want to make the time. Too many people or men out here are just talking about, we'll see where it goes. I've seen enough.
No, this is an easy question. Obviously, I know my relationship status. I'm single, right? Until I'm married, I'm single.
If God says it's for me, He will drop him right next to me from the sky. I can't.
Enjoy is a strong term, and I'm not sure I can fully get on that one, but okay, honestly, I do, but I don't. Like, I love it, but I hate it at the same time.
Oh, it's hell.
It sucks. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
It's not fun. No. Do you know why it especially sucks? We're straight women date men in South Africa.
I totally rate that men don't know how to date.
Yes, they don't know how to date. I think they just think that like we just want the title to be a girlfriend. No, I want to be a wife, so you need to court me.
Exactly.
It's usually fun for me. So usually very tiring as well, depending on what mindset I'm in. I mean, a lot of people tire me, but there's those one sparks and excitement, but then it hurts because they never really last.
I think I've been more open to it more recently than in other years. I've definitely been more open to a relationship ends, I move on to the next. There's no like, I'm gonna wait for like a year or two until I'm ready. No one cares anymore.
Majority of my life, like I actually calculated this the other day, 19 out of 22 years I have been single. That's 90.47%. I have a distinction in singularity, okay? So very recently now, I got into this thing of like, okay, now I have to sit, talk to guys, go on dates, like get to know this person, hi, how are you? What's your favorite color? Blue? Really? Oh, you're a Cancer? A Cancerius? Oh my God. And like walk out, whatever. But what was the question? The question was, do I enjoy it? For me, I really enjoy a good first date, getting dressed up, having little nerves, and like you kind of just want to see where this goes. I mean, I assume you have a bit of a connection with this person and you're going on the date to kind of suss it out and like, fingers crossed, it actually works out. So I enjoy that process and obviously just getting to know someone new and talking and having a new experience. However, when you go on first date after first date after second date and then and it just doesn't work out, that's the part that I hate, and that's the part that I find like super exhausting and like, if I'm being honest, quite disheartening as well.
Also just like, no, like let's just see where things go.
That's the red flag number one.
Like there's so much that goes into it that just makes it such a tedious process that I just want to avoid it at all costs. Like I'm honestly asking God to deliver my husband to my door because I'm tired of going outside and talking to people.
Like, I hate having to tell people about myself the whole time. It's exhausting. Like, it is literally exhausting getting to know someone.
I think it's a fun process. The only thing that makes it unfun is having to tell someone's son that, you know, like, I mean, you're great. You're awesome. Like, you're fabulous. I love you, but I can't love you. You know what I mean?
Right now, I'm just really at a place where I'm open. I'm very much open to dating. I'm very but I'm not open to talking stage.
But I do like companionship. I think since I've been more okay with wanting companionship, it's been a lot easier, and you know, dating's been a lot more enjoyable. You definitely put in a lot more.
Recently, I've had a lovely dating experience, and it's actually been a lot of fun.
I must think when it's right, it actually it's so nice, especially when both parties like want to do
the same thing as well. Yes.
Yeah.
When you guys are on the same page, it can be a lot of fun, but like otherwise, no.
Okay, first of all, let's just get things clear. I've never even had the ancient dating, so I don't know what to do with the modern dating.
The best thing about modern dating, I don't want to lie, I don't know what is the best thing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So the best thing about modern dating is that we've got a whole lot of options. But the worst thing about modern dating is that we got a whole lot of options. I feel like we are just on overwhelm mode, especially because, you know, social media, the internet, online dating, everything, we just have access to like more people than ever, which personally I like the idea of, but in practice I don't think it works really well.
It is so unbelievably easy for you to be ghosted and to ghost.
Yeah.
And it is very problematic. It is actually like an abusive trait.
Yes.
Like you can literally be seeing someone for a couple of months and then deuces.
We've kind of created a culture of treating people as disposable and kind of just a surface level kind of connection, whereas where if people don't meet your criteria, or if there's just like kind of a stumbling block on the road, it's so easy to just cancel everything and be like, oh, just find the next one. So we're a generation all suffering from the next best thing syndrome.
And I was rewatching The Good Place recently, one of my favorite shows, and I think it just ties into one of the fundamental themes of that show, and it's about like what we owe to each other. And I feel like as a society we've been like dealing with a lot of issues, and a lot of things that keep popping up is this thing of like nobody owes you anything, like have no expectations, you won't be disappointed, that type of mentality. And I feel like we've all developed that as a response to people's cruelty. And I feel like instead of dealing with the nature of like how we interact with each other and have like less regard for each other and like less empathy, we've like tried to protect ourselves and just be like, don't expect anything from anyone. Ghosting is fine. You don't owe people common decency. You don't owe people honesty. You don't owe people respect.
We were together, and never said that we were dating, and never said you were my girlfriend, so therefore I can do it.
Exactly.
And I think the sad thing is that through that we lose the opportunity of making meaningful connections, and it just results in us being a really lonely and romantically unsatisfied generation.
You know what? These a man must, a girl must standards. You would think that because it's modern, nobody wants to, you know, subscribe to any frame of reference in terms of what you should do when you're dating. But now they're trying to step away so much from a certain frame that they're going overboard and grabbing onto tightly to a new frame, which is also very stressful.
I think there's been so many different standards that have been set up, like, oh, don't text him first, don't like, and I'm like a communicator, so I wanna like text him, I wanna know what's going on, I wanna show interest, because I look at me, am I not enthusiastic? I'm very enthusiastic, but enthusiasm can be seen as desperation, enthusiasm can be seen as a whole lot of different things in this my 2000 dictionary world of dating. So I think the con is definitely having to restrain yourself when really you just want to be free. It's such an uncommon opinion now that like I genuinely feel there are certain roles for certain people when it comes to specific things.
I'm not gonna lie, I do too. It's not the famous dance, but you know, it would be nice to feel secure and safe when you have a man. And there's certain things that you do expect if you want to feel secure and safe when you have a man. I personally would love it if they were to provide. I know I can take care of myself, and I'd like to be able to be independent on my own, but once I get into that relationship setting, I want to feel wholly covered.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
My like go-to for that is always I say like I want a man who can provide for me but doesn't have to.
one.
the motto. Like that's what I want.
the one.
You know.
And like niggas like to, especially modern niggas lately, they have this thing of like, you can't have a standard as a woman. Like it's because we have to work for it. You know, as she said, everything's just like a transaction. So like, especially when it comes to black men, they think like things can't come easy to black women. We need to have a struggle for them to get there, and that's madness. Like, excuse me, more than anything, I'm supposed to be like waking up to lavender sheets, smelling, you know, like, you understand?
Men these days are just out here learning the speak, and then they like use it against you. And now you kind of have to navigate that, and you really have to be very, you know, not stuck in your thoughts, but you have to be very firm and grounded so that you're not swayed very easily, and that takes a lot of work. You know, like I don't even think I've got it down like 100%.
I'm exposed to my brother's friends, although they're like hard and everything.
They really are.
But
They really are.
26. Yes, give my 26. Like Holy 260, you are
At 26.
at 26.
26.
So you can.
Is that prison stuff?
No, those are 26ers. My 26, you
My
can
26
give my
line.
touchline. Let me educate you a bit.
My touchline,
Like
beginning.
260 is somebody lang, like he would promise you or show you Tinder swindler nigga. Yes. Give my 260. My 260, they'd lie to you. He'd promise you the world and then literally give you the township. So before I was exposed to men like that.
I think with digitalization of life, it's very easy to send me a million heart emojis and feel nothing on the other side. I'm a victim of that. Not a victim, the opposite of perpetrator. I'm a perpetrator. I send people laughing emojis, kill a song. That's so funny. And then it's over. So you never really know how someone genuinely feels about you on the other end of the phone. You're just kind of going off of what you're seeing, but then you have to multiply it and divide it and do this whole math equation to really know how they feel about you. I hate that. Why can't you just come and marry me?
I mean, I also think that like social media has definitely made it a lot harder because one, the expectations, like the beauty standards, you see what I'm looking like on Instagram, but you're not necessarily like, that might not be me, number one. Number two, like the access to that person is so much like greater now. You can find out who their ex was, what they did last Thursday, what they ate for dinner. Whereas like in the past, you maybe sent a letter and you find out.
Not a letter, child. Not a letter.
And get married within the exchange of about like 5 of them. You know?
Guys, normalize getting married after 5 letters.
It would be, you know, does this person let me talk? Like, can I talk, you know, when this person is around?
Does this person ask me questions? Are they actually interested in getting to know me? And do they actually listen to my responses as well?
Some guys just want to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, and it's just like, please, sir, stop. Can I put in a word? How about I tell you what I think about stuff, you know?
Does this person align with me? Like, are we in the same flow? Are we in the same capacity? Do we have the same direction that we're heading towards? Otherwise, what's the purpose of this date? What is the purpose of investing in this person? If there is, like, if you can see clear red flags.
Fundamental things, they are so important, and I've learned this from my mom, that if you don't agree on the fundamental things, there's absolutely no amount of work that you can do to try and, you know, make it work.
The biggest thing for me is belief system. So if I believe in God and the person I'm getting to know believes in Amadlozi, do I want to, you know, be with a person who also believes in that? You know what I mean? Like, am I ready for that? You know what I mean? If I'm Christian and he's Muslim, do I want to be with him?
If you're a person that's like, I 100% want children when I'm in my 30s, and this person's like, no, I definitely don't ever want to have children. I know that's like a very lame example, but like, that's, you can't build a future with someone like that. You can't expect them to be like, oh, you're 30 now, no honey, I changed my mind, let's have kids. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, and some people are like, it's way too soon to be asking these kinds of questions, but like, I genuinely believe we should not be wasting each other's time. Like, there is such a huge problem if you don't want kids and I want kids.
And the thing is, you don't have to be like, do you want children? But you could also just see like, what are your views on the future? Like, like you can phrase things in softer ways to get the answers to those questions. But you don't have to be like, okay, so do you want kids? Are you Muslim? Do you, like, you don't have to be so like strict about them. Just have an actual conversation while you're on the date to see if you guys align on certain topics.
A really big one for me is, do I feel safe with this person? And not just physically, but emotionally as well. Is this someone that I can literally just be myself with? And is this a safe space for me to just connect and present myself as I am? Do I feel safe with this person? It's just, that's a goodie.
Am I attracted to them? That's very important. I'm not even gonna come here and be like, no, anyone goes. No, they don't. I have to feel some kind of attraction. But unfortunately for me, like, it happens, I only feel attracted physically to someone once I feel emotionally attracted, after I've felt emotionally attracted to them, which is just like,
And just general, like, do we like the same things? Are we interested in the same things?
Or just like, do I like you? Like, do I actually like you? Like, that's a valid question.
Am I pushing passion because I'm
forcing things?
Am I like, that's a really valid question.
Because I think a lot of the time we are so focused and like on, I wanna impress, I wanna look good, I wanna be funny, I wanna put my best foot forward so this person knows that I'm the real deal, baby. But in the process of you trying to catch this man, you're not even realizing whether or not you like him. How do you know you're not just infatuated by the attention? So now by the time that you are dating, 6 months down the line, 1 year, something months down the line, you realize actually, not for me. So it's very important for me to just keep asking myself, do I like this guy? Am I enjoying this? Another good one is, what side of myself does this person bring out in me? Because I think a lot of people can bring out different versions of ourselves or different sides of ourselves, and there's a big, like, it's a big red flag if you're feeling a little bit insecure, if you feel defensive, if you feel like maybe shy and quiet, where that's not who you naturally are. Whereas if this person can bring out a little bit of a like excitement, like makes you think and engage in, I don't know, some like critical conversations and banter. What kind of, does this person bring out the best side of you, or does it bring out the more worse sides of you?
Is my heart ready? Are my feelings healed?
True.
Have I healed myself? So that have I stopped being toxic? Have I learned from my toxic ways? Like, basically my mental health is also a serious thing when it comes to actually trying to find a partner.
No, that's actually a legit thing, because sometimes you find out that the guy has a lot of baggage. Are you willing to carry it?
Yeah,
if he's from like an abusive past, are you willing to help him heal from all of that?
Exactly.
It's a whole lot of things that you need to ask yourself if you are ready to do it.
You need to know if you're ready. I don't think that people who aren't ready for a certain next stage in their life can ask the right questions, because they don't necessarily know where they are as well.
Yeah.
So you need to be ready. So ask yourself, am I ready for this before the date? If you found yourself in the date and you're already there, ask it after the date too. Am I really ready? And if you are really ready, did you ask the questions that align with who you are, who you want to be, and where you want to go?
And also, like, what do you actually want out of this with this person? Because some people you meet and like, okay, we can like bite or date for like a little bit, or some people are like, okay, we can like actually get into a relationship with, or like some people are like, I never want to see you again. And I feel like those are all valid, because you need to at least be able to not necessarily categorize people, but like go into things with your eyes open. Like, do you actually want to pursue something serious? If you don't, but they do, then that's something that you'll have to talk about at some stage. So like, to assess how you actually feel about them and what you see this going as is very important.
Also, like, am I ready to, if he doesn't have a job or anything, am I ready to fund the relationship? You must be ready.
Would I be proud to introduce this person to my friends and family? Listen, because that's going to tell you a lot. If you're like, I would not be proud to introduce this person to the closest people in my life. Why? What is it about them? Interrogate that and let him go. There's a lot of fish in the sea. Let him go, child. So yeah, guys, well, that's it for now. But the thing with dating is like so much. There's just like, we can go on and on and on. So there's actually a part 2 where we're gonna talk all things
online dating. So make sure to subscribe and we'll see you next week. Peace!